it's time for some hostile therapy.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Hostile Therapy with your host, Big Red, and returning for another episode is Miss Alexa, and we also got coming back for the second time, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Maggot Brain, what's going on, man?
What's up, man? Everybody know me as Maggot Brain. I'm just gonna say, we just go take that off. Y'all can call me Trap for the rest of the episode. TRAP.
All right, you know, black people don't like a lot of syllables, so yeah, that's great. Shorten it down the track. All right, we go.
Thanks for having me, brother.
No problem, man. No problem, man. What you been up to in your life?
Man, you know, I got the Last for the Loop comedy competition going on. I just had my the last one on the 17th last Friday. And we're gonna go from there to the Last for the Loop winner showcase. I got 3 winners. I'm gonna have them showcased with a headliner in the month of January the 14th.
Cool. And we're hoping for big, large success for 2022. Hoping your comedy aspirations reach to the top of the tops.
Yeah, I mean, look, I said, man, I'm trying to be the GOAT, so I know that's gonna take a little time. So I ain't rushing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just taking my steps. You know what I'm saying? When they come, taking advantage of all opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Staying humble, counting the blessings. You hear me?
That's right. That's what's up. That's what's up. Be the GOAT, slaughter the GOAT, and be the king.
Hi, my man. Get them all fat and then eat good. You hear me?
All right, and before we go on any further, now what we got this going on in the background with you, man? What you got in your hand there, Trav?
Oh, so okay, just right here, man. This is one of Mike Tyson's pre-roll blunts. You know what I'm saying? If anybody know Mike Tyson, he got a weed farm out there in one of them country ass places. Right. He be talking about that. He be talking about that toad that you lick the button and make you hallucinate and shit. Yeah. So this blunt.
Never mind.
And then this blunt is called the toad. This blunt is called the toad. It's supposed to be infused with some terpenes from that. So I'm gonna stuff it with this gas I got, and I'm gonna smoke it. And we're gonna see what it do.
Yeah, I've already told him I'm not cutting the show off. I'm going to start floating around the room.
You sure you want to try this live?
I am.
Look, I'm gonna try it live.
Somebody trying to tell me, please don't do that.
Come here. I want y'all to see my love, my baby. My wife, we celebrating 18 years of marriage today.
18 years.
Oh, she's trying to get
yes, it is.
That's what's up.
Shout out to 18 years. Shout out to 18 years. That's a hard task to do. Some people trying to do 18 months, and you doing 18 years. You doing double days.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I ain't mad at it, man.
I appreciate it, man. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it.
Just keep doing it. That's a whole
but I mean, like you go through shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit go piss you off. She go piss you off. You go piss her off. You go through shit. I mean, some things people can't come back, but I'm not saying people in bad situations to keep going there if you can't get past it. But like, don't let the little shit break you apart. You know what I'm saying? At a minimum, you know.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So everybody is trying to aspire to be that, man. Try to get like I said, 18 years. That's a long time, man. That's a whole little kid school lifestyle, man. 18 years.
Exactly.
I've been with my wife more than half my life, man. I'm 38 years old.
Okay, see, I didn't even think about that. See, you just talking about being married. How long were y'all together, like all together before all that?
Well, so almost 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I met her. We got together when I was 18. You know what I mean? We got married when I was 20, you know.
Okay. So y'all was like high school sweethearts.
Nah, we weren't high school sweethearts. I ain't graduated high school. I ain't do that high school shit like that.
Well, the age, we like the age wise. You know what I mean?
But right. Love.
Yeah. But we did, you know what I'm saying? We lived in the same town, and when I did go to schools, we did attend the same schools, and we did know each other, but I was already out of school when we started dating.
Okay. That's what's up. Oh,
And
I love a good love story.
did you know at 18? Well, you said you've been getting 20 years. When did you know, like, okay, this is definitely I'm doing this. I'm definitely getting married. I'm walking down the aisle. Ain't nobody else I'm shooting for.
Well, I mean, it's like I got married young, so it wasn't really necessarily all of that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really necessary all of that. Like it was more like I want to be with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I joined the military. You know what I'm saying? And I knew I wanted to be with her. You know what I'm saying? While I was in, and you know what I'm saying, throughout. So before I went to basic training, you know what I'm saying, I married her. You know what I'm saying? Let her. You know what I'm saying? Made that commitment that she was. You know what I'm saying? She was the one. So she would feel like she should wait on me while I was gone. You know.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Like you can't expect
that's so sweet. I love it.
You can't expect a woman to wait on you, you know what I'm saying? Be it if you just running the fucking streets being a retard, or you know what I'm saying, if you know what I'm saying, in jail,
Right.
or you know what I'm saying, you in the military and thing. You can't expect her to wait on you if you're not giving her
something.
anything.
Yeah,
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, because after I was 30, woo, I mean, I cut them so quick before they even get tight.
Yeah.
After 30, you don't got no time for that.
and I definitely would not want to date in this world, in the world we living in right now, bro. I don't think I could do it. You know what I mean?
What you think is different than I guess say 20 years ago?
I mean, obviously, you know what I'm saying, social media. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Obviously, social media. Obviously, I mean, this woke movement is a whole different, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And like our subject matter today, you know what I'm saying? What is the woman's role in a relationship? You know what I mean? That you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think, question. But I don't think, you know what I'm saying? I don't think everything works for everybody. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? Every relationship is a specific relationship. So whatever works for you, you know what I'm saying? Like I know my wife's role in our relationship. You know what I'm saying? She's the nurturer. You know what I'm saying? She's my accountant. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? She's my better half. She's my other half. You know what I'm saying? Like where I'm weak at, she strengthens me. You know.
Okay. All right. Well, with that being said, we'll start off with the first of two questions. We'll probably ask a little bit more after that, but we'll start off with the first of two. First one we're gonna go into is with the guys. What would you say is the man's role in a relationship? And we'll start off with you, Alexa, on this one.
Oh Lord! First of all, I should not be the starting point.
No, yes, you did. I already started.
Talking, so it don't matter.
What is a man's role? Okay, so this is what I think a man's role is.
All right.
I think when he meets that woman that he actually wants to build with, they need to have a real sit-down conversation about goals. That's what's lacking. It's not about roles, it's about goals. Because every couple has different goals. So if you, first of all, don't even have the same long-term goals, you need to go ahead and cut it. Now, if you do find out that you have, somewhat the same type of goals, then you need to see who fits here and who fits there. I don't think traditionally, like, a man should bring home the bacon, take out the trash. And I don't think like that, because we are living in a very different world than we were 50, 60 years ago. And, I do a lot of research. I'm a writer too. As a matter of fact, I did a lot of research just for a script I was working on about women's roles, in the household. So after all that research, I'm just like, dang, I'm blown away to find out that like men could legally spank their wife back in the day, legally.
Everywhere, every state, or just some states?
Everywhere. Just like a child. So it was like a legal thing.
Bunch of strange rules nowadays.
Well, I'm just saying, like, me thinking like this was in America. So, that was a different world. Right now, women are working just as many hours as men, in a lot of households. The chores, hopefully they're split, but sometimes they're not. A lot of times a woman still wants to feel like a woman, so she still works that same 8 to 10 hours and then still feels like, oh, I'm the woman. I gotta cook, I gotta clean, I gotta, just because she's put into that box. Now, I like when I see a couple that recognizes the difference in the balance, because it's very rare, but every now and then I will see a couple that they recognize, like, look, we both working shifts, I'll do the laundry Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you cook, like, I'll cook on this day, or maybe we'll just order pizza. You got to balance it out. There is no roles for a specific set of rules. It's impossible, because every family dynamic is different. You got people working on the oil rigs, you got people in the military, you got people picking up graveyard shifts just to make ends meet. We're living in a different world right now. You got females that are not females, but wives, better halves, or whatever. They got 4 or 5 kids. Sometimes they got the kids of their significance past relationships living there too. And they doing hair and out the house, selling makeup, whatever they're doing. So, I've been in a lot of different positions. So I got to say that there is no specific role. I can say that if you agree on one, though, you need to stick to it. So when you find somebody who you want to grow with, and they say that this is what I want from a woman, and you say, okay, I'll be your woman. That conversation needs to happen first. Or you say, this is what I want from my man, and he say, okay, I'll be your man. That conversation has to happen. There are no roles until we define the roles. I mean, do you go to a job and just say you're hired, or do they give you the job description? So before you have an agreement, you need a description of what's expected. And no, you're not going to do the same thing at McDonald's that you do at Burger King. And you're not going to do the same thing at Burger King that you do at Walmart. And you're not going to do the same thing at Walmart that you do on Wall Street. So you need to look at where you're at, assess the environment, and say, for this environment, which means for this person, for this relationship, this is what this person needs from me. Because Sally ain't going to be the same as Sue, and Sue is not going to be the same as Mary. Mm-hmm. Mary might have been raised to say, you're not a good woman if you don't cook for your man. Sally is raised to say, you're supposed to bring in you're supposed to be working a job. So everybody is raised differently. To think that there is one cookie cutter role, that's suicide to the relationship. Because now you up here comparing something to a unicorn. Every single relationship is different. If you compare your relationship to another relationship, that could be the death of your relationship, because your relationship is a unicorn. It's a one of a kind.
Indeed. You're absolutely right about that. You're absolutely right about that.
There's some guys that, I don't know why this keeps popping in my head, but I got to say it. I seen this pageant show. It was a reality show with these little girls, right? And they were getting ready for pageants. And me and my sister used to think it was so funny, because this dad was all into the pageantry. The mom was a hard worker, and the dad was sewing her dresses and stuff. And I mean, it was kind of obvious that the dad was, a little different. But I mean, he was in it.
We'll use the word flamboyant.
Well, flamboyant. But he was in it. I'm talking about excited about the colors. Oh, I want to get this bow, this lip gloss, and the wife was just like, okay.
But check it out. So like,
it worked for them. It worked for them.
So my daughter, she competed in a pageant a few years ago, and I'm just, I'm a masculine male, you know what I'm saying? And but my wife was working, and I was out of work at that point in time, and you know what I'm saying? I took on the role of getting my daughter ready for that pageant. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't. I mean, I think I remember the episode you left. It was a white boy. He was, you know what I'm saying? He knew all her steps and all that. And I could
you
totally
saw the show?
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I could totally, as a dad, you know what I'm saying? I just think, you know what I'm saying? That's not necessarily as a parent. You know what I'm saying? If you're involved, you know what I'm saying, and you're in charge of, you know what I'm saying, that part of your baby's career, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure if I was deep in it like that, you know what I'm saying, I would know the steps too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Being, you know what I'm saying, flamboyant or not, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So like you saying, like it's not a specific role, you know what I mean? It's what, like you said, what works for your
household, yeah.
yeah, your household, you know what I'm talking about?
And
You know?
if you watch the episode, you already knew that it was a lot of comments about it because it's not that he was just involved; he really was.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but he was flamboyant. That guy. Well,
Yeah,
I ain't
that's
gonna.
what I'm saying. So everybody was thinking like, oh, she married somebody just to marry him, and he's just living his dream through his daughter.
Right.
Playing in makeup and hair and all that. And if that's the case, it's still their family, and it still works for them.
So
Nick, I must say, I've hit this a couple times. I do feel fucking like I've been smoking this bud. I had a quarter of it, so I've had this bud, you know what I'm saying? But this high, smoking out of this does feel a little bit different going into it at this moment.
Oh man. So we better go to you quick.
Nah, you ain't gotta go with me quick, nigga. I'm a big boy.
Some crazy shit come out of your mouth.
I'm a big boy.
The frog is hopping now. Is the frog
motherfucker,
hopping?
that motherfucker hopping. That motherfucker, you know how they say, well, if you feel froggy, nigga, leap. Ribbit.
That frog is hopping. Oh my gosh.
We'll try. We're gonna go to you, man. So you tell us, what do you think a man's role in a relationship?
All right, so obviously, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna take you back to my, you know what I'm saying, how I was raised. I was raised in a traditional Black Christian house, traditional Black Christian family. You know what I'm saying? All my, you know what I'm saying, all my people who lived in the same place. You know what I'm saying? My mother's marriage was, you know what I'm saying, my mother and my father weren't married to each other, but they were both married. My auntie was married, my grandmother, you know what I'm saying? So traditionally, the man's role from what I grew up is work, take care, protect the home. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry. Just please repeat that. You said your mother and your father were not married to each other, but they were both married?
Yeah, I'm the product of a one-night stand. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
my mom and my dad.
Okay.
Yeah, they were both married. So I had examples of marriage from both of them to look at. That's what I was trying to say.
So you got to have a relationship with both. Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. I know my mom, my dad. I lived with my dad for the first 13 years of my life. So,
okay.
You know what I mean? So like, obviously, I have my concept of, I think every man is doing exactly what the most important man in his life that he looked up to is doing at some point. You know what I mean? If your most important guy was a gangster, you're a gangster. If you're, you know what I'm saying, father, whatever. But I had an example of a father, and it was traditional, you know what I'm saying? Go home, bring home the bacon, protect the household. Chores were split between man and female in my house because I grew up in, you know what I'm saying, I was born in 83. At that point, women were working, you know what I mean? So they both cooked, you know what I'm saying? So I cooked, you know what I'm saying, in my household. My wife, she cooked as well. But like I won't ask my wife to take out the garbage. Not to say that she won't, but I'm not going to ask her to. I'm not going to tell, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to ask or tell my wife to cut the grass. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that she won't, but I'm not going to ask her to, you know what I mean? And if she decides to do that, you know, but there's also things that, you know what I'm saying, going up traditionally, you know what I'm saying, I help with the laundry, you know what I'm saying, I help with the dishes, but I tend to feel that responsibility to make sure that it's done on a regular is that of my wives. I feel, you know what I'm saying, not necessarily to do them, you know what I'm saying, but you know what I mean, to you know what I'm saying, like if there's a schedule being made for the kids to do dishes or shit like that, I leave that up to my wife, you know what I'm saying, to make that schedule, you know what I'm saying. I don't, you know what I mean?
I get it.
That's you see, but yeah, so I'm a new traditionalist, you know what I'm saying. I do think certain roles are the responsibility for the woman and the man to make sure that they are done, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they have to do them all. You know what I'm saying? Like my job as a father, like I said, as a father and a husband, is to protect. You know what I'm saying? So I also know I need to learn, you know what I'm saying? I need to be in charge of making sure the women in my house know how to shoot, know where the guns are, and know how to handle them without, you know what I'm saying, hurting themselves.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Guns are okay. Shoot them up.
So that's you know what I'm saying? That's my role. That's my role.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's how my relationship works. And you know what I mean? That's how I would figure a lot more marriages and things should work. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I do see some weird shit, but that's their dynamic, you know.
I like that term you coined, a new traditionalist.
Yeah.
Like
That's the new shit. We woke it in with the woke motherfuckers. We new traditionalists now. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie. I thought you was about to say some bullshit, man. I thought you was, but the more I started listening to you, I'm like, you know what? I can't even be mad. That's me, pretty much. Like if I need you to really do the dishes, then shit.
You're right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But honestly, I really like stuff done right. And I like right, you know, and I like stuff clean right. And so I'm picky about that.
Is
I'm very picky about
now,
that.
Is that a shot at that a shot at us, man? Because now I'm
no, it's not a shot. It's just like I like things that I like things a certain way.
So you like them the way you like them, not necessarily right. Right for you.
Well, I guess for me.
She's perfectionist.
Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying, like when I'm like,
I'm just saying.
Like if you know,
hey, look, I ain't gonna shoot the messenger, but I will slam the door in your face now.
No, I'm just saying because it's been times where I'm just like, you know, in different past relationships in my life, I'd be like, you know, let them do that, but I find myself doing it over. So what's the point?
And that's
bad home training then.
But that's why you know what I'm saying. That's why I believe in lanes. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, that being that, you know what I'm saying. Like I don't like to step up. Like being that the dishes is my, you know what I'm saying, my wife's responsibility. Like, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna ask her, like, how do you want me to do it? You know, if I'm doing it, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or you know what I'm saying, or I'm gonna tend to try to do it the way that she does it because that's her, hey, yo, I ain't gonna come in there and try to change shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm helping, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
You see what I'm saying? But that's a lot, you know what I'm saying? People want to put, like, even you can't control even the person you married to. You can't control, you know what I'm saying? So now that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they say marriages, you know what I'm saying? Relationships, period. You know what I'm saying? It's give and take, sacrifice and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? There's certain shit you either get with or you get without. You know what I'm saying? Or y'all gonna be arguing about. Like I leave my wife, she like to put her shoes at the bottom of the stairs. I don't like it, but she, you know what I'm saying? We haven't got over that. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't argue about the shit no more. You know what I'm saying?
Shoes alone. Leave them. You better not touch your damn shoes.
Yeah, I just don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't leave mine there though. You know what I'm saying? It's not an argument, and it's not an argument. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know what I'm saying, people try to force their shit on, when you try to force your shit on other people, like another thing, like, you know what I'm saying, with the kids. I could fuss about taking out the fucking garbage, but I see it too. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I see it too. So I could just take it out and it shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Or I've gotten in a routine of just texting my son and say, hey, come help me take out the garbage when I see it needs taken out. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna cut your Wi-Fi off.
Yeah, and I say I don't know, but I don't like.
Don't give him no ideas.
I mean, I don't really like. I really like. Like I don't like. I lost my oldest son, so I don't really. It's kind of hard for me to really. You know what I'm saying? It's just hard to communicate with my other kids now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Right. I mean, that's just me just being honest and open. You know what I'm saying? Because that's you know what I'm saying. Sometimes I take everything as a big deal. Like, you know what I'm saying, they disagree. I'm like, this nigga not listening to me. You know what I'm saying? Now he gonna go out here and get himself killed like his brother. You know what I'm saying? So you see what I'm saying? So like, you know what I'm saying? So I try, because I know sometimes I can go. I get mad. Like I don't put my hands on it, but like I get mad. You know what I'm saying? The shit. You know what I'm saying? It can make the whole house uneasy and shit. So I have to watch that shit.
Yeah, you do. Because I got to tell you, when the men get mad, because, you know, my parents, they're not together now, but they were together for 24 years. So you know they didn't really get divorced after we were pretty much grown. And I just remember my dad was mad. The whole house was shaking and stirred. Okay, shaking and stirred. So it was just like, you know, he liked certain things done. You know, you might get woke up at 12 a.m. if you didn't do none of your chores, and you know you get off work 11:30, 12. We doing a midnight cleaning session. It's like, and I don't work all day to come home to a dirty house, you know, with 5 kids. So,
you cut off for a second.
It's like that sometimes.
I think it's there you go. He popped back on.
Yeah,
I apologize. My brother called in the middle of the thing. I'm doing this off my phone. Cool? That's very unprofessional of me. I gotta get my shit together.
Are you good, man?
Good. What kind of beer is that?
This beer here is I'm drinking Heineken. This is like 3 12-ounce Heinekens in my big ass glass.
Damn, 3? Okay. Yeah. Triple up.
All right, let me pop in right quick. So I do think with the world changing that, you know, from what it used to be, yes, certain roles have been blurred a little bit. I do think when it comes to relationships, and probably more so with marriage, I think the goal with both couples, well, not both couples, but both people in a relationship, is to fill the role that helps make each other's life easier. And with that being said, there's some things I think that are innately easier for a woman to do and easier for a man to do. And those roles should be passed off to make life easier for her. Like this is not even just a difference of traditions, just change or whatever. Yes, there are single moms who do raise 4 or 5 kids, and even more than that. You see the example outside where they're constantly having to tell little Johnny to shut up and stop touching stuff in the store 20 some odd times, where it may take me, Trap, or any other guy one time. Because there's something about the voice that gets to them kids and gets them to act up straight. And that just makes her life easier, gives her less stress. So it's not that she can't do it. It just makes her life easier. Just like I would say it's easier for a woman to be the nurturer when it comes to him, when it comes to nurture, when it comes to the kids, that he, and it's not to say guys can't do it, but we don't have that softer side traditionally. That's just innately. That's just not something that's really just taught.
And when you come to when you say nurture, when you go to, you know what I'm saying, when you go to nurture, you know what I'm saying, to the minimum of the state, that is to, you know what I'm saying, nurse the baby from, you know what I'm saying, in the female, you know what I mean, and a man can't produce milk. You know what I'm saying? He can't feed a baby from his nipple.
I hope not.
You know what I'm saying?
Story about that, but we're not gonna go into that issue.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So that automatically makes, you know what I'm saying, the nursing nurture part of this cycle, like you're saying, inaptly easy for the woman to do, easier for the woman to do.
That reminds me of those memes where the guy is babysitting. Well, you can't babysit your own kid, but when the guy is watching his baby, and if he has his shirt off, and the baby tries to nurse
on it,
take a picture, and I just be like, poor baby.
Yeah.
Where is the mama? But you know, they got those fake things you can strap on. You can strap them on and you can fill them up.
Damn shame.
I would not do that. I would not do that.
They got them things, you know, you can strap them on, but yeah.
I mean, like if my wife had a baby and we were in our own home and she asked me to do it one time to gain the experience, I would. But that's, you know what I'm saying? And that's to say, like, if she had the baby now, and you know what I'm saying, being a new traditionalist,
okay.
You know what I'm saying, if she had the baby now, but like the kids we already had, to like, I wouldn't have done that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's that's
some
just
babies
weird.
are so clingy, they just won't take a bottle.
Yeah,
They
fuck
won't
that
take
shit.
it.
Fuck
They
that
will not
shit.
take it.
That shit's weird.
I mean,
And I
they
just
won't
gave it
take
the
it.
bit, and I just said I would do it because this new world shit got me trying to be more progressive and shit. But fuck
and
that.
that
Yeah,
is
no, I wouldn't do that
blurring
shit.
the roles.
Yeah, fuck that. I wouldn't do that shit. I
No.
lied. I wouldn't do
I guess
it.
if they got hungry
I
enough,
wouldn't
they're gonna drink no matter what.
I was drinking straight out of the bottle. Ain't nobody.
Yeah, nigga. Look, nigga. I fuck that just because I said that shit. If my wife had a baby now, I wouldn't even feed that motherfucker till he start getting solid food. Just because I fucked around and said that stupid shit earlier.
Oh, that's messed up. You gonna feed your baby?
Fuck that. Nope.
Yeah, you would.
I'll feed that motherfucker solid food. I'll mash up cornbread.
Keep your reputation, man.
Yeah, dog. You know what I'm saying? This daddy, nigga.
Reputation. All right.
Well, go back. What you saying, though, Nick? My bad. What you saying, Nick?
You don't hold it above your head forever. Remember you breastfeed?
The other role I would say that men play in this is protector.
Yeah.
Yes, a woman can protect. A gun doesn't discriminate against anybody. But you in the general population and something pops off at a bar, at a restaurant or something.
Where is it?
If somebody just come into your house, breaking in your house, he not gonna send you downstairs to go see what the noise was. The guy should be
right. Yeah, the guy definitely should go.
Yeah, because in case that gun misses, or in case the person gets a hold of the gun and you have it in your hand and you don't get to shoot it off, then you got to rely on strength then. And more than likely, let's play the laws of probability. Hopefully your man wins that war between the guy and the robber. So
yeah.
I think, protection is another thing. You got to add to that too. Hopefully, I don't
know.
But
at least the man in that scenario, at least the man could hold a robber off long enough so the women and kids can get away or get to the pistol.
Yeah, or call the cops or something. Damn.
Oh no, I got conflict about that a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I feel like, and I can only speak for myself. I mean, not to get too deep on y'all, but just going back into history, you can look at some of the most fiercest, historically documented fiercest warriors ever were women. And this is like even going back into Africa. So there's something about a woman. No, listen, there's something about a woman that protects her child to the point where
she could protect all she wants.
I'm just saying, like, yeah, if somebody break into the house, yeah, go down there, okay? But don't ever think that a woman is so docile that she's not going to.
Women will fight.
If I'm going to do it and he's getting jumped, I'm jumping in.
You listen.
I'm not calling the cops. I'm not calling nobody.
That's not smart, though.
I'm gonna give you that scenario. That's not smart. A man attacking a woman. I'm gonna tell you the honest to God truth.
I'm jumping in.
The man attacking a woman in a coward way, like sneaking up behind her, trying to rape her, this, that, and the third. He's not an alpha male. So a fucking woman probably would beat the fuck out of him if she fought back and didn't just get intimidated. I don't, you know what I'm saying? But if a real man, I don't think because I wouldn't do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like, because there are levels to manhood, and some men appear to be macho and they not. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was in the army, they put some men in leadership spots that aren't leaders. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you probably could be the man, but I'm just saying, like, for the man, like he's trying to say, is the better fit for that. The woman shouldn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying a woman can't
to, but we don't live in a perfect world.
Right.
And if you are surrounded by like 6 or 10 dudes, you think you don't want me to jump in?
Nope, I don't.
You want me to just watch you get beat down and possibly die?
Call the police, because that means there's another person's gonna get beat down if it's 6 to 10 people.
If it's 6 to 10 people against one,
yeah.
But you see, you gotta fucking. You see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm
to be whole. I need my man to be whole.
A real man. Check this out. I'm just saying, honest to God. I'm not gonna put myself in a situation where I have to fight.
Who is this dude always commenting? First of all, what is it? Radiki Liko. I'm not a feminist. You don't know me. Don't speak on me. You don't know me. Now, if you want to go head to head with me, come on here and debate me. Don't talk about some when I'm bullshit, and don't talk about African because I'm part African. So why don't you go ahead and pipe down, pipe all the way down.
Leave that nigga alone.
And then no. I'm just letting you know.
That nigga watching you. That nigga watching the show, girl. He just speaking.
No,
he just speaking his mind. That nigga watching the show.
He keeps commenting. Shut the hell up.
He can't. That's what he's there for. He can comment.
Don't worry about it.
Hey, shout out to dude with the comments. Keep telling me what you think, because I ain't gonna pay no attention to you. I'll go back after the show and I'll tell you what I think of you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna just let him keep coming. That's traction.
He probably got a dude in the bed with him right now. Anyway,
that's the traction we need. And that's what I was gonna say though. I'm not gonna put myself in a position to have to fight 10 men. You know what I'm saying? If somebody come in my house, I'm gonna give a fuck.
You think you got to put yourself in that position?
Yeah.
You think in America today you have to put yourself in that position?
Because because if I'm in a situation when I gotta fight 10 men, I hope they be strapped because we finna shoot it the fuck out.
You don't think that can happen?
We finna shoot it the fuck out. You don't think
that can happen from you driving through the wrong neighborhood?
Yeah, we go shoot it the fuck out.
Or jogging.
And we go. I don't jog, but we go shoot it the fuck out. That's what you don't understand. Like, I believe in the Second Amendment. You know what I'm saying? I told my pistol. If any more than one man tries to jump me, somebody is getting shot.
People get stomped today every day.
Somebody is getting shot.
I'm not rolling the dice, especially if this man, we have kids together. You got to be there for our kids.
No, you got to get the fuck out the way. I'm about to rain this bitch.
That's exactly my point, though, Alexa. That's why you need to go call the cops, because
I call the cops. But
I need you to call the cops because I need a witness. I need a witness. I don't need see. That's the woman don't know her role. That's the woman that don't know how to roll.
No,
I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there. See, that's why I couldn't be in a relationship with you, because that's what my wife would do. Because if I got 10 guys, I'm gonna say, baby, I'm about to shoot all these niggas. Go call the police.
I grew up in a neighborhood where a big fight broke out. Let me tell you what the cops did, because they was outnumbered. They were 2 blocks down, flashing lights. This fight went on for almost about 10 minutes. You know what they said at the end? We couldn't come down because we didn't have enough backup.
That's why I'm about to. Right. So you think I'm gonna fight these? So if the cops ain't gonna come because they ain't got enough backup, you think I'm finna fight 6 to 10 niggas? That's what you don't understand. So you been hanging with niggas that don't know how to protect themselves. I'm not talking about you fighting. I'm talking about you been hanging with niggas that don't know how to protect themselves.
No, I'm talking about people that's jumping you. I'm not talking about us.
Ain't nobody jumping me. Ain't nobody jumping me. I ain't been jumped since I was goddamn 15 years old.
Well, God bless you.
I'm a grown ass man.
People still get jumped.
Because they be putting themselves in a fucked up situation.
Okay. All right. Let's get back to what the original point was here. Okay.
Right.
We're talking about the man being a protector. And in this situation where someone does attack you as the man, you want to try to protect your woman. You want your woman to survive if you do so happen to die.
Right. I want you to survive. I don't want you to die with me.
No, we don't need Batman to be formed by both parents being killed. So we want one surviving parent.
Right.
You probably got a better chance of both of y'all surviving if both of y'all are fighting.
But 2 against 6, though, come on now. And 6 guys.
Listen.
If they beating his ass like that or my ass like that.
If they see one person jump in, they might think, hey, maybe we can't take this person down like we want to.
I don't look, check this out. I'm like I said, that's why I say I try to.
Oh, wow. Look at my sister talking about some I ain't fighting. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Good for my brother-in-law.
Stay alive.
Look, I'm going to.
You know what? You never fought anyway. I fought for you too.
Take the L for the family.
Let's keep it real. But this is coming from somebody.
I'm gonna take a life for the family.
My whole life.
I'm gonna take a life for the family.
She's to this day, my sister's still never been in a fight. So let's put that out there. I used to fight for her.
Good girl. That means she ain't got no bruises. That means she ain't got no bruise. That means she look
all
good.
I'm just saying is this: I'm not afraid to fight for my family. And if I see somebody getting jumped, no, you're not about to beat my dude down in front of me. No, you're not.
I understand. I definitely understand where you're coming from, and that, like, and I could actually appreciate what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I, you know what I'm saying? And I commend you on that, sis. You know what I'm saying? You going down with your man. You know what I'm saying? I commend you
I
from
don't
that.
feel like we're going down. I feel
That,
like
and that's the best way to feel. Okay.
I don't feel like we're going down.
Right.
Okay, so
Okay,
what
I
if the
can
same
dig.
scenario, and then Trap was just saying he may have a gun. What if the other guy got a gun? You know, it don't matter if it's 6-on-2 or 2-on-2. The gun's the equalizer. I need you to go to safety.
If I don't know you got,
call the police
unless I
or
know
get
for
your
sure you got a
gun,
gun.
possibly.
If I know for sure you have a gun and you ready to actually pop that, okay, then
It's
I'm
too late then.
So y'all
You ain't got
look,
no-
check this out. Check this
If I
out. So
don't know
y'all
you got a gun,
look,
I'm not about to watch nobody stomp you down.
look, check this out. Check this out. See, I'm gonna tell you how this how I rock though. Y'all don't. I'm gonna tell y'all this how I rock. I stay strapped because I know how the world is, and if I'm in a place where I can't take my gun, my old lady got a doggone roll of nickels in her got doggone purse.
Roll a nickel.
A roll.
That's old school traditional.
You
right?
know what I'm saying?
Nickels.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna got there and I'm gonna grab that roll of niggas. I'm gonna slide this nigga and we go get the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
That got like a dollar sign on it too.
A roll of nickels. What? Guess what? That's still jumping in.
Look, I'm telling you, you ain't gonna have to jump in because you go get the I'm gonna try to walk. I'm gonna say, especially if I'm with my family, I'm gonna try to walk away from you know what I'm saying? What's the fucking word? Altercation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to walk away from an altercation as long as we can discuss it like men. If I feel like it's getting too heated, I'll exit the scene.
Okay.
But if you not, you know what I'm saying, outside, man, we finna go. You know what I'm saying? That's the end. Because I'm not finna argue with a grown man for too long any fucking way.
Mm-hmm.
Like and I'm also like, if the police come, I don't want to fucking be there. Like that's what I tell my sons. Like that's how. And I'm switching the subject a little bit, but I'm just saying, as being a protector, you know what I'm saying? I teach my son how to deal with police. Like if you're in a situation where you're not doing anything and the police is there, you don't have to prove that you have a right. Why the fuck you want to be there now when the police is there?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Why do you even want to be there now when the police is there? Get the fuck. Mm-hmm. So like as a protector, you have to, you know what I'm saying? Like these are the things I want to instill in my son. To know how to, you know what I'm saying, control your surroundings where you don't have to get into altercations where you you getting jumped by 6 men. Knowing how to feel the energy in the room, you know what I'm saying, where because I ain't got nothing to prove to now, nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
All I'm saying is I'm not gonna stay here flat-footed on the dang solid ground.
Right. I feel you, bro. And
my brother, my daddy, my uncle, my man get jumped and just sit there and just say, "Well, I hope the police come."
Be better off you doing that than being dead. And more than likely, if you are in some public venue, they're gonna come out there just so they can arrest both of us or all 6 of us. They got 6 black guys easily put behind jail.
That's what I'm saying. Dog. You gotta, as a black man.
See, when you grew up watching people who don't get to that point, some people don't get to that point.
That's true.
I done seen people get stumped to the point where they got brain damage.
Yeah, I've seen it too.
So I'm just saying, like, you can't sit up there and roll that dice. You know,
dude, my childhood friend, dog. My childhood friend, we fighting. You know what I'm saying? You know, kids fighting, dog. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. He got the upper hand on the nigga. Boom, boom. He on top of the nigga brother come. You know what I'm saying? Hit my boy with a stick. He just hit him right in the head, hit the temple. Right, my nigga dead.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying I also know, and that's what I'm saying. Like you say, just that. That's why I don't want my old lady in no fight. It don't take.
It could be her.
It could be her. You see what I'm saying?
Dead.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So it like I see where you coming from. I see where you coming from because of what your environment, but also as the man and as the protector coming from my environment. That's why I don't want my old lady involved in that shit.
Well, maybe I got to screw loose or something because I can tell you right now, if I watch my man die in a fight with 6 people on him and I'm standing right there, I would never be able to forgive myself. I might as well jump off the bridge the next day.
Well, that ain't gonna be smart either. I mean,
well, I'm just trying to tell you, like, I don't feel like I could even live my life knowing I just sat there and watch.
I'm finna play devil's advocate. I'm finna play devil's advocate now. I'm finna play devil's advocate now. No, is that because you done probably got him in that situation with 6 dudes?
Well, no, I would never get.
I'm just saying. I'm just
No.
now.
No.
Right now, because now if the woman done got him into that situation, I do think she should fight with that nigga.
No, I would never get somebody into a situation because I'm always the type to say walk away. But you got to understand, sometimes people ain't right. Yeah. And they don't want to leave until they fight. Exactly. Okay? And they don't want to leave until they fight. And sometimes they're going to hunt it. Come on now. We know this. We know the history of this country. They used to have a couple beers and go right now looking for people.
Look, I'm telling you, I'm not. Look, you right about that, and that's why I'm like, look, dog. That's why I'm strapped because I'm like, I know I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them niggas that will shoot a nigga because I know I'm not going. I'm not.
I don't even like guns like that. But I mean, if you have to, yeah. But I feel like at least people know that this is not gonna be no easy win for you, homeboy. It's not gonna be no easy win. If you beat the both of us, trust me, it's gonna be a well-deserved win.
But then I've been thinking a little different though too. You know what I'm saying? And I will say because of my point of view about shooting, because I don't want nobody to think I'll just shoot it. It's a little different when you find your fucking son dead with a gunshot wound. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So like. That shit, you know what I'm saying?
There's no coming back from that.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, I found my son dead with a gunshot wound this past March. You know what I'm saying? Damn. So like that shit. So like
I didn't know it was this past March.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? So like when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, being out there getting into altercations with a motherfucker, I know how quick a motherfucker can lose their life. You know what I'm saying? That nigga lived upstairs. You know, so I used to wake him up for school, taking to work every day. You know what I mean? So when it comes to, you know what I'm saying,
I think I heard about that.
When it comes to get back home, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to getting back home, I you know what I'm saying, I add that bitch out.
Yeah, because I mean, if it's gonna go to gun violence, yeah, squash it, walk away. But some people they don't got that mindset.
Right.
Some people got it on their mind.
Right.
And when they got it on their mind, they got it on their mind. All you got to do is prepare. Like, look, what can we do? Because honestly, I've seen some crazy stuff go down, and I'm talking about escalated from nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Escalated from nothing and then blew all the way up to people actually dying. And I'm like, that's crazy.
And then I like, that's what I'm saying. Like I've been in, you know what I'm saying? Every like since then, I've been out and I've been in situations where like I'm in this little spot, ain't even nobody in here. This little nigga trying to bump into me. He trying to make it an issue. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But they
want an issue because they don't got nothing to live for.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But I kill you too. And I kill you too, nigga. I'm letting you pack because I'm not finna sit here and tussle with your motherfucking. I got a bad shoulder, 2 bad fucking knees. You know what I'm saying?
So you got a bad shoulder, 2 knees.
2 bad knees, nigga. I'm not, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm automatic, like, you know what I'm saying? I get to tussling with your ass. My goddamn knee go out. You crazy as hell, nigga. You crazy. Pop, 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 pop. Somebody call the police.
See? And just think about it. What if this is somebody's little, you know, drunk son or somebody that going through something and then got high or something.
They should have gave that nigga a curfew.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. You know, somebody can make one dumb mistake and lose their life. And that's why I figure like if you can leave guns out of it, but now you talking about throwing some blood, like no, you're not about to just come up and beat the hell up out of my man, my son, my brother. I don't care.
But that's what I'm saying.
I don't care for teenagers.
I'm damn near 40.
14. Look, if I see some teenagers jumping him, I'm jumping in.
Good. Yeah, but I'm damn near 40. Y'all, I'm damn near 40. And you think I'm playing when I say I got a bad shoulder and 2 bad knees. I done had 3 knee surgeries out of 2 knees. I'm being physical therapy right now with my. So if like I can't get into an altercation. Because I like, you know what I'm saying? I can't get into a physical altercation. Like, I don't know how my body go hold up. I spent 15 years in the military.
I'd rather be in an altercation with 2 bad knees and a bad shoulder and a brain damage than her getting in there and let's talk about probability now. You talking about you going against a grown ass man, somebody's maybe my height is 6'2" or whatever,
Right.
5,
big ass dude.
big ass dude.
Been there, done it.
Probability, nah, you're not going. The probability you beating that guy now, unless you some mixed martial arts aficionado.
That's right.
Y'all see that football player? Y'all see that football player beat up
You
his
may
baby mama?
have, Alexa, but we talking about probability, and the probability is low that you are going to overpower him. We're not going about anomalies. We're going about.
I'm not trying to overpower nobody, but I will.
She gonna call on the power of the ancestors.
No, that bag of rocks or the bag of nickels.
You gotta get the bag of rocks. You ain't got time for the bag of rocks. If you're in a restaurant,
whatever it is, a bottle upside the head, whatever I gotta do.
And some people just laugh that off.
And then he ain't gonna laugh that slice off. That bottle broke.
Yeah, you go. So she said she gonna fight. She said she gonna fight regardless.
Moving, so bottle ain't gonna do nothing to everybody.
Nick,
we're talking about probability.
She said she fight regardless. She said you didn't change her mind on that shit.
I'm just saying, hold on, let me see what my cousin
Quinn said. You can fight regardless. I'm just saying. I'm just talking about majority of men and majority of women. If they're in a relationship and something pops off, and you got another guy that's causing beef with him, you don't have to. I don't want you to sit there and watch him get beat. Yeah, go get help. Let somebody survive.
Only help you're gonna get is 911.
That's help.
And they gonna take their time coming.
They're not gonna take. How they gonna know? Well, you gonna tell them? I have a black guy in the restaurant.
I called 911 and it took like 10 minutes.
That's still better than both of you being dead.
How long do you think fights last?
It can. They can last very long, very short. If somebody got a knife or a gun,
somebody to get
or just like a blow to the head, it don't take kill somebody.
You only need a couple minutes for somebody to get stomped down to the point where they.
You proving my point, though. If that's the case, you can get done the same way.
I see where sis coming from, though. I see where you coming from, sis.
I'm sorry, I ain't rolling the dice.
I see where you coming from, sis. You know what I'm saying? Why go get help when you have a chance
you getting killed?
I'm gonna get as much help as I can, but if I see an active altercation going on, I'm not just gonna sit there. I'm sorry.
Look, I told you, man. Come on, call police. Get the nigga.
I mean, that's a different scenario. If you got the gun, then I don't have to worry about it. But if I just see you getting,
she gonna fight regardless, though. Yeah, she gonna fight.
If I just see you getting stomped out by multiple people, and I'm just sitting there like, what the hell? I mean, and this is somebody that's supposed to
there. Go get help. Who said sit there? No one's saying
there ain't no help to get. That's what I'm saying. Like, what if
there's always help to get? Unless you're talking about you in the middle of a desert or something like that.
But again, I mean, I like sis. I understand what you're saying. Like, but ain't
nobody jumping in.
See, but we talking. When we got off subject though, we got off subject because we talking a real hypothetical. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we arguing going back and forth. We arguing semantics and shit. We arguing a real hypothetical. Let's get back to the subject: the roles of men and women in a relationship.
Well, I mean, we
were talking about actual situations.
We were talking about being the protector. That was
right. But I mean, we started
like more than one thing.
Right. That encompasses a lot. You know what I'm saying? But we concentrated on a hypothetical. Right. What if you getting jumped by 6 to 10 people? When that's what we got stuck at.
Right. Right. And that's not gonna happen every day or every other day unless you
have
an environment like that for that to happen.
Right. Yeah.
Physical protection is one thing.
Right.
You know less of a protector if your woman has to assist you until more help comes.
That's not about that. That's about survival there and the probability of you're being able to help instead of hinder.
Well, survival. I'm not just thinking about you. I'm not just thinking about you not getting no bruises. I'm thinking about the fact that this person could potentially take this man out of our household. This person could, these people could potentially kill this man. And again, I mean, it is what it is. No, I'm not going to put myself. Of course, I'm going to be looking from the outside, so I'm going to look at the best position possible. Of course, I'm going to call 911, and of course, I'm not going to get right up there under you and get beat down. I'm going to do something from the outside. But I'm going to do something. I'm not just gonna sit there.
Yeah, well, do something, but don't get involved where you're gonna actually hinder instead of help.
Oh, I'm not ever gonna be a hindrance in a situation like that.
You are if you die. You're a very big hindrance. You are if you get hit upside your head too. If he's swinging a bat at both of us and they both connect on both of them, like I know some baseball player or hitting a home run, then yeah, you are a hindrance because you die too. Or maybe you don't die. Maybe
only time somebody
misses me and hits you. Huh?
If they were gonna kill the man and the woman, then they was already gonna die because they have to use a gun or something.
That doesn't even have to matter. Maybe he doesn't kill him. Maybe he kills you.
I mean, she might become banana, but you're right, sis. Like you might even become a bit of a distraction. Especially like Buddy said, you sound like you're a seasoned brawler. So it's like you probably hit niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like you probably hitting niggas.
Seasoned brawler.
Nah, she probably hitting niggas hard though, for real. Though,
well, yeah, I do. I ain't gonna lie, I do hit hard.
You know what I'm saying? She probably hit. So she, you know what I'm saying?
But
she hit back. She hit 2 of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? There's 6 of them. She hit 2 on. I hit 2 on, and they had 2 on 2. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas, cause all 6 of them niggas ain't gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? They start getting hit. You know what I'm saying? She might be, you know what I'm saying, a good distraction. Cause you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker get hit. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
You hit hard.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They got there, you know what I'm saying, realize there's a little different situation going on. Oh, these niggas ain't just gonna let her beat their ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm gonna let you get the one-on-one.
What you're saying. She could be.
I'm gonna let you get the 1-on-1. Hell, I might even let you get the 2-on-1.
Right.
When you start get to that pile on.
Right. But honestly, if you my bitch for real, if it's a 1-on-1 and I start getting beat, you supposed to jump in that motherfucker.
See, if
you ain't going to get help and shit now, you know what I'm saying?
You done changed your whole stuff. You done changed your whole stuff. See?
Look, fuck it. If you go help, goddamn it, fuck it. We be doing the goddamn jumping then. Shit.
I mean, it's like if I know you got that type of ego,
be in the hospital together.
you got that ego where you don't want to.
Look, I realize. Let you get the 2-on-1. I realize with this conversation that your ass go fight. So goddamn it, look, if it 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, goddamn it, fuck it, you fighting. No, it don't matter.
No, I'm just saying I'm not just gonna watch my loved ones get beat down. I can't do it.
Yeah, I see.
Don't watch.
Cause like I wouldn't hit. Look, but okay, so check this out. How y'all feel about this? I don't hit women. I don't hit women. You know what I'm saying? But if you start beating up my old lady, I might have to sideline your ass.
You know what? I just had a conversation about this.
Let's get that right quick.
You know what I'm saying?
What if 2 women start jumping you, Trap? What you doing?
2 women start jumping me?
Yeah, where they start jumping you? Like
I'm saying, y'all be talking these hypotheticals because I'm like, if the 2 women start jumping me, I'm gonna start swinging out on their ass. Just you know what I'm saying?
I just had this conversation with one of my brothers, okay? And I'm not gonna put the whole conversation out there, but I'm gonna say this: if a woman want to be in a position to where she could start a fight with you, she's stepping out of a womanly role. Do you got the right to hit her back? Hell yeah.
Check this out.
Wait, whoa.
Dude, if two women jump me,
Trap, hold up. Alexa, back that up what you just said.
I said if a woman gets the audacity for whatever reason to get in your face and start a fight with you, and I'm talking about like not a little pushy push, not a little slap. I'm talking about closed fist, hard blows to the chest and face. Do you have a right to defend yourself or fight back? I have a son.
No, you said something else too at the end about she's getting out of a womanly role.
Oh, no, I'm saying like if you are raised to respect women, to like you don't hit a woman, then okay, fine. But as soon as she step out of that dainty, I'm a woman. As soon as she step out of that,
look. I'm a new traditionalist now.
I teach my son. Listen, I'm gonna teach my son straight up. You don't let no woman beat your tail. Now, you try not to hit her back. Like, if you can help it, hold her, push her to the side, close her arms. But when she keep landing them blows on you, man, you might need to. I'm sorry. I only got one son. I ain't got no daughters.
Why should a woman not hit a man?
Almost. I'm wrapping up. I'm
telling you right now, I can't. I'm not gonna teach my son to sit there and just get beat up just because he's a male.
Okay, should a woman ever hit a male?
Well, they do all the time. It's not about should have.
I mean, no, it is about should. That's why I said this is why there are rules and roles there.
Well, there's a lot of reasons why a woman would hit a man. Like, for instance, if the man hit her first.
No. Okay.
Or if
without hitting first, should a woman ever hit a man?
Well, nobody should hit anybody.
Should a woman ever hit a man, though?
No, nobody should hit anybody.
No, there are reasons for a man to hit another man.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Okay, but it's all violence.
That's why it's different. There's different roles.
It's all violence.
Hey, check it out. I thank y'all for having me again. But it is my 18-year anniversary. My wife just got back home.
Oh,
so
happy
we done hit that hour. We done hit that hour mark. You know what I mean?
Kids.
Yeah. So we finna do some family things for the rest of the night.
Oh, family things, so PG things. Okay.
Yeah, PG. You know what I'm saying?
You tell her don't jump in. Tell her do not jump in.
Nah. Like I say, my old lady. look, my old lady. Like I say, I need somebody to post my bail. You hear me? If anything, goddamn, because I told you I'm gonna shoot a nigga.
That's another reason why she shouldn't be fighting.
You know what I'm saying? No, I told you I'm gonna shoot a nigga, so I'm gonna need somebody to post my bail for real. Cause they, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be there waiting on the law, goddamn, say I had to shoot him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Y'all find the video, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, go ahead, call my lawyer. You know what I'm saying? I know how to work with the system. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? I ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was in the military for 15 years. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a child. I'm a fucking grown fucking man for real.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
You'll shoot him. I just hope that we don't ever have to get to that point, but
I hope not.
If
we do, I know who to call.
Look, check this out, man. It is what it is, bro. Like I've been to war. You know what I'm saying? You can only, you know what I'm saying? And I gotta come home.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know,
I respect that. I don't particularly believe in, like, I think guns is the last resort, but
it should be. But
it definitely should be. It definitely should be. But
that's one thing that has changed.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like when men carry themselves like men, and women carry themselves as women, although we don't all agree, we can normally get along. You know what I mean? It's when people start to think that they get out of their lanes. You know what I mean? And and if you're a woman in charge, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you can't be a woman in charge, but if you're a woman in charge, be in charge. You know what I'm saying? Take charge, handle your lane. You know what I mean? Because that's your lane, and be in charge of that. But when you start stepping into other people's lanes that are man or woman, that's where conflict. You know what I mean? Gets involved. You know what I mean?
I feel it. I mean, I got my ideas. I just can just speak personally. Like, it's just certain things I know my spirit would not let me do. Even if my mind tried to restrict myself, I know me. Okay? I'm flinging into the situation whether I want to or not.
Eric's telling her no, but her fist is telling her yeah.
All right, man, I gotta go, man. I love y'all. Thank y'all for having me.
Like, I can't watch it. I can't watch it. But you have a good anniversary. You tell wifey I said happy anniversary. I can't wait to come see the show. I got to come check y'all out. Yeah.
I'm gonna let you know when the January show is. I'm gonna send you tickets, and we're gonna make it happen.
Yes.
Peace. Stay off that frog book, man.
And happy holidays. All right.
Well, he didn't float, so I'm disappointed in that. We didn't get to see him float during the show.
Oh my goodness, that conversation was off the chain.
That's cool. Oh, we ain't done yet.
Y'all making me look like I'm the dang bad guy. I'm just saying, man.
No, you badass. We ain't gonna call you a bad guy. You the badass though.
Not really, because I'm just like any woman. I mean, I don't know. The women I was raised with, I'm sorry. My aunties and my grandma, my great aunties, they didn't play that.
Right.
I'm sorry, they did not play that.
Like, I mean, I guess I'm cool with your sister, your female cousin, your auntie, your mama, whatever. They get in a fight, and then y'all help her out. But men's just a different game. Unless like I said, you find a Gary Coleman out there. I wouldn't want to put you in harm. See, that's me being a protector. I wouldn't want to put you in that type of harm, regardless of what happens to me. Carry on my name, and you can get the $12.35 in my bank account, and then
See, that's the problem.
Carry on my name.
You talk about some carry on my name. No, I don't need to carry on your name. I need you to keep in the damn garbage. I need you to keep going and clocking in that dang job. That's what I need. I need you to stay alive.
I gotta take out the garbage.
I need you to stay alive. No, see, as a woman, that's what I'm thinking. Just carry on my name. No, you need to be doing the stuff you're supposed to do. That's it.
Hey, hold on. Let me see. I don't know if we got somebody coming on or they
got an echo or something.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see. Somebody coming on.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going, man? You got anything to say about the subject?
Yeah, man. I believe that I believe that everyone should play their role, and traditionally the man is the one who protects. The man is the one who should make sure that people don't trash their household. So I believe that the man should be the one who's always, protecting the entire family. That's just how I see it.
Okay. Were you raised in a 2-parent home or family? Your parents, were they married?
Yeah. My mom's, even now, I think they've been married for more than 20 years right now.
Nice.
So
nice.
Yeah.
Is there any situation where you would see where your wife would jump in and where someone was trying to fight you? Or would you always want to be like, hey, yeah, I got this, you go call for help or something like that, or call my cousins or brothers or something like that to help me out?
Actually, no. I'm not the kind of person who's been in a fight, and also I don't live around neighborhoods where people fight and all of that. I'm from Africa, so I don't know how things are in the USA, but we don't like we.
Every day.
Yeah, but even if I go to clubs, I think I'm good at reading situations. Like I'd go inside a club, and if something isn't right, I'd just leave. And I think because of that, I've never really found myself in a situation where I have to defend myself. But I'm quite a big guy, so I think when some people think of fighting me, they'd rather not. But I've never been in that situation. But should I be in that situation, I think, yeah, man. But I wouldn't want to put my other half into a position where she now has to protect me, and then maybe the guy who's attacking me or the guy who's beating me down now turns on her, and she'd rather run away and go get help and leave me there. I think I'll be okay.
And also, I would say, as a man, and especially as you get older, you can assess the situation. Assess the situation better. You can see where something is getting ready to turn turbulent, that she may not see, because we have little cues. We look at each other little ways. Sometimes we may be staring at each other from across the club, whatever. I'm like, this guy may be looking at me, something like that. So, as my younger self, because I don't go to clubs no more, because I'm, my knees just gonna hold up over the dancing, and I'm trying not to get in. I used to almost want to get in fights.
Yeah,
this is my younger self, because I was just an angry person, but I would go almost hoping someone would start something. But I know the cues when somebody would end up doing something off, whatever. And I know alcohol, especially with us, whatever, alcohol can make us be superhuman sometimes and have super strength beyond what we usually have. So I definitely would not want my woman to get into that. Yes, go get help. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, man, and I also want to touch on something. We men and women don't see. We men and women don't judge situations or scenarios the same. I think we men can feel if someone doesn't like us, and we can kind of, just based on the tone of their voice or the movements of their bodies, we can kind of establish, or we can kind of make out if if things are gonna get bad moving forward. And I just don't think that's the kind of analysis that women possess. Simply because I think that women, just go to clubs to have fun, and they just see things differently. But with us, it's like you can literally feel that she's gonna go down in this club, yeah. So I think that's why we men are able to judge situations better than women, but also better than some men, because some men love getting into fights. Sometimes you go
That's true.
with someone you just made to a club, you can kind of sense that this person's here for the wrong reason. They're not here to have fun. They're here for something else,
Mhm.
So that's how I see it. I don't know if Alexa sees it differently, but that's what I think.
Okay. What's your name, man?
My name is Tabo.
All right, Tabo. All right, man. Appreciate
Yeah,
you coming on, man. Giving your point of view, man. Thanks for
Thanks,
watching the
yeah,
Tavo.
show.
man. Yeah,
Nice to
man.
have you. Yeah, so
Okay.
with that last comment, I gotta say one thing for sure. Women can read a room and a person 2 times quicker than a man, and I'm just gonna keep that real. We pick up on signs y'all don't even look for. So
Possibly. Yeah.
we pick up on things y'all don't even think about looking for. So I'm just saying, like, that, no, because I could tell an hour before something happens if something is stirring, and I don't care if it's a chaotic with music, drinks, people partying. I will still pick up on them little hints and frequencies. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's not every woman, but I can tell you for myself, I pick up on that like usually before other people do. So I don't think that's a man um instinct. I don't think men own that
No,
intuition.
it's not an instinct that we. No, I don't think it's an instinct. I get what you're saying, and I probably can agree with you on that. The only thing I was saying is, uh, we just know a little bit more about our mannerisms and facial expressions a little bit more. But not to say that you're probably right. You probably would analyze it better in most cases than the guy would, and you probably say, "Hey, that guy over there is been looking at you, staring at you, kind of crazy for a while." Like, what are you talking about? I'm over here enjoying this papaya margarita over here. What are you talking about?
Well, you got to think about women. Like I might get a little bit of flack for this, but like we are the queens of shade. So let's just keep it real. Anytime anything escalates, there's always a little bit of shade that builds up. So if you're in a scene where somebody is throwing you hints that they don't like you, or are they doing this, or they doing that, or maybe they trying to push up on your girl, or hell, maybe you trying to push up on their girl, anything like that, there's little hints of shade that people in a good time drinking won't catch.
Right.
But a woman will catch it and she'll be like, watch your back, or I'm about to watch, I'm about to watch you go to the bathroom, or it could, because people are like, they're calculated. They're very calculated, and maybe it is the establishment.
Mhm.
You go to a nice lounge or something like that. I wouldn't even be looking for that type of thing. You go to a nice lounge where they got a coat check. If they got a coat check, I ain't worried about it. But if
Right.
it's free before 11, I'm looking, because it's gonna be some hood rats up in there, and I'm just keeping it real. It's gonna be some hood rats. So you gotta literally, like, you gotta check your circumstances every single time, because you got some high end places, you
Mhm.
got some middle class places, and then you got the joints. You got the joints.
Well, I will say another thing on top of that. That's that subject too. And I'm speaking more to the older man, the more seasoned guy that's not trying to get in fights or trying to escalate fights or whatever. Sometimes the woman can get you into a situation that's not as bad as it actually seems. She might can get emotional and might think it's something worse than it actually is, and
Mm.
try to get you to react according to how she feels. She might see something like, "Oh, that guy's disrespecting you." I'm like, I ain't worried about that guy. I'm here with you. I'm not worried about him because he's not on my level, whatever. Sometimes that can happen
Right.
because sometimes we transfer emotions a little bit different. And I'm speaking to a more seasoned guy, not like a young guy or whatever like that. So you have to watch how that goes if you're going to a club or a bar outside or whatever. I would say a more seasoned guy can contain his emotions better to de-escalate a fight before it actually gets there. And once it gets there, then it's just like all or nothing.
But de-escalation is a skill in itself.
Yeah.
So you actually need to know how to de-escalate a possible situation. You can't just say there and look there and just say, "Oh well, F you, I'm going to walk away," because somebody who actually is constantly going to keep on coming at you, the situation is not de-escalated. So you need to say something. You need to do something. I mean, if you're really that type of seasoned older guy, or not even older, just seasoned or just drama free, you need to come up to him and say, "Look, hey brother, I don't know how we got off on the wrong start, but I ain't got nothing but love for you. I'm here trying to have a good time." They won't even know how to take that. They'll just be like, "Oh, okay." They'll feel stupid. They'll feel stupid because they sitting up here trying to come at somebody who is literally mature. And
I don't see that working.
Well, I mean, it depends on where you at. Now, you can't be up in, you can't be up in the free before 10 and 11s. But I'm saying if you had like a place that
got
a little bit of,
got to know what that's at.
No, I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
I've seen people de-escalate a situation when they see it's a hothead. They see it's a hothead that wants some drama, and they'll come up to them and say, "Look, man, we all in here having a good time. We ain't trying to shut the place down. I'm here with my significant. You here with your boys or whatever. Let's have a good time and let's be brothers." What can you say against that? What's your rebuttal?
I'm not about that because I'm mad at you for some stupid reason.
Well, the thing is, if you got an issue, you either gonna say it right then, or you gonna punk out and pretend like you agree. But even if you punk out and pretend you agree, the situation is still de-escalated.
Or you could just leave.
Yeah, or you could just say, "Yeah, I'm all right, whatever, I'm out."
Say anything, just leave.
Because if you got a specific beef with somebody, then you got the perfect opportunity to bring it out. And anyway, shout out. I just seen Erin's comment. I think I said her name right, Erin. Yeah, women are constantly, okay? And I read constantly in all caps because we're constantly on guard. We have to be. We're constantly on guard, and that's true. And that's why I say I don't believe that, a man is going to be able to assess a situation better than a woman, because we look at every detail.
Yeah, and see, y'all stress yourself out by doing that. See, and when you stress yourself out, sometimes you can act out of character than what you should be.
Well,
that's great. I'm glad. I mean, that's good.
Sometimes we save the day because we saw the details.
Exactly. And you know what? And that brings me back to what I was saying earlier about roles. Y'all, okay, I'll say this. Y'all may access situations more than we do. Sometimes we need y'all to access those situations. Let us handle the situation for certain things. Like we're talking about fighting or protecting, whatever. You're doing something great for us. That's where we both are working for each other. That's why I say, and not that men can't access anything either, but I will say women are better at some things, more so in some ways than guys are, and it's in reverse with guys. It makes life easier for both sides, if we let each other do the roles that we were born here to do.
I mean, I don't know.
I think everybody
born here to do. That's a strong statement, and it's like when you say when you say it's better for both of us. My thing is this, like, this is not no movie. This is not the movie 300. Okay, back in the day where Leonidas gets honor. They ready to die because that's the most honorable death. That's the most honorable death. No. We're in the modern day with families. I would rather you stay alive. I would rather you stay alive. It's not an honorable death if you're not working. It's not an honorable death if you're not doing your part. It's going to be a hard life for the people. It's not an honorable death
if we both die though either.
But no one's going to both die.
Get hurt.
That's how you know no one's going to both die. So
how do you know that? How you know I'm gonna die? You throwing hypotheticals out there? How you know that?
9 times out of 10, when they see help,
9 times out of 10,
it disperses. No. They see help. it's gonna disperse.
If
Unless
they see
somebody
you helping,
pull out that chopper, then guess what? People is gonna get shot anyways. But
okay, so why
unless
even
somebody
do it?
pull that out, then you already in the line of fire.
But
You
you
might
don't
as well
know
go
they
ahead
got them.
and try to keep your family alive. You know, keep your
You,
family
you,
alive,
you
because
don't
now
know if they got a chopper or Glock or nothing on. You don't know
you
that.
never know.
That's
You
why
never
you need to
know.
go call for help or get away. Let me die and you live.
A call for help is 20 seconds.
Don't matter. You still
Then
alive.
after that, you need to keep on with the action.
But if he got a gun, what's the difference make if you just
Then
sit
we was
there
gonna get
and
shot
stand up?
anyway.
No, we're not. If you run away and I'm trying to fight them off,
If somebody had a gun and they was about to shoot, they was gonna shoot anyways.
look, did you watch Boys in the Hood? You saw Ricky. Ricky didn't get
Oh
away.
Lord, I know you're not talking about boys.
One of them got away. They like, oh, I'm gonna shoot this one guy. I got one specific target. You get away.
Well, they got their target.
Yeah, one, not two.
But I'm just saying, if you was a target, okay. So look, I'm not trying to get too. Look, I ain't gonna try to get too metaphysical on y'all, but let me just keep it real. You cannot die before your time. I don't care if it looks like an accident or not. That's just my personal belief. I don't care how bad it looks. I don't care if it's a car crash, whatever. I really believe you cannot die before your time. So I think that if you are in a situation where you have to protect your family, or you got to do something, or thwart the narrative somehow, even if you got to bluff, even if you got to say, look, I'm about to spray this, I'm about to air this mother, even if you ain't even got a gun and you got to say that, do something to make the odds go back into, the favor. So, I guess you got Wolverine genes, so you ain't gonna die.
Not with these knees. But okay, if I mean, yeah, we all got a predestined time we gonna die, but same
And if it
time,
looks like an accident, it's still your time. That's how I don't believe in all that. Like,
but
I
you
don't
don't
believe in
drive
that.
a car without a seatbelt though, because you know you can protect yourself. You
Because
don't
you don't
go
want to
out and
get
just
hurt.
say, I could die. So, if it happens, it happens. You still want to protect yourself.
You put on a seatbelt because you don't want to be effed up
And
physically.
you run so you don't get effed up physically.
But I'm just saying, you can't die before your time. You can't.
That's true. But you don't
cannot
put
die
yourself
before your
out
time.
there. You don't jump off the mountain and expect not to get killed.
When it comes to my family, hey.
All right. Well, I got it. Well, let's ask the other question then, okay? And I think I'm gonna end up going back to the first one eventually. So what is a woman's role in a relationship?
Oh Lord. I could have swore we just talked about
You
this.
kind of did, but I mean, I want you to get specific.
A woman's role is to be the puzzle piece for the family unit, and whatever that looks like.
What is that though?
It's whatever. It's custom. You're asking a custom question right now.
And it's a custom answer to it too.
So the custom answer is, depending on how that man lived his life, what his flaws are, what his ambitions are, what his goals are, and as a matter of fact, mainly just what his goals are, and where he's at in life to reach those goals. You got to look at the whole situation from his history. Now, if he has a goal to do this, like maybe he wants to be a professor and he's 5 credits away from his PhD, but that's his only goal, right? You meet somebody.
Should be his only goal, no.
Well, I'm talking about his only goal for like a career. You meet somebody and you tell them, well, for my career, I only have 5 more credits left and I have a PhD. This is the line of work I want to go into, right? Then you're going to have a plan. But if you literally just got your GED and you still want to have that same goal, your plan is going to be different. It's going to be longer. It's going to be harder. If you have a responsible, ex-wife / baby mama, whatever, and she knows how to properly co-parent, your plan is going to change if you have a crazy baby mama. Okay. Everything is custom.
But so how is that plan supposed to help the family out, you and the wife?
Well, that's my thing. Every plan is custom. So the thing is, you got to be honest and bring everything to the table from the beginning and say, listen, this is where I want to go. This is where I'm at. this is my surroundings, my situation. Like if you don't have that conversation, you doomed. You basically just got a little cut buddy.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not gonna have that type of conversation, and I mean like lay it all out, then you just got a cut buddy. Because at the end of the day, something's gonna bump heads. Something is gonna bump heads, and you're gonna end up having that conversation that you should have had at the beginning. And the conversation you should have had at the beginning was, look, I got 2 crazy baby mamas. I got one girl that I co-parent with, and we're cordial. I was in school for this. I dropped out. I was in school for that. I dropped out. I could do, you got to lay it all out. You have to ask a lot of questions because that's how the only way you're going to have a real map. Now, if you just fresh, like out of high school, you little teeny boppers and you ain't got no, baggage or nothing, then yeah, y'all can do that little dreamer thing. You got the whole world ahead of you. Nobody got kids. Nobody got all this drama and all that. Y'all can do that whole thing. But the problem is we don't live in that world today. A lot of people have been in and out of relationships. A lot of people have children from past relationships. They have drama. They have records, all kind of stuff. So with that said,
that's been happening since the beginning of time, though. And there's still always been roles. We talking about people in relationships.
That's what we're talking about. People in relationships all have past. So you cannot.
But that's been happening for centuries, though.
You can't plan no future without talking about the past.
Well, that's true.
And that's what I say. That's what a woman's role is. A woman's role is, let me look at your missing pieces from the past, and let's see if I can do anything to plug it in. That's a woman's role, and that's a man's role. A man is supposed to look at her past and say, where are you at from where you want to be? How can I plug in these missing pieces? Because if you want to make one picture together, you have to have that communication.
Okay.
And I don't care where you're at in life, you still have to communicate that. Because you got some guys who, got all they crap together and they don't want nobody with a PhD. They don't want nobody who's making no money. They really want them to be Sally Sue homemaker waiting with a bake cookies when they come home. And they don't care if they got a dang PhD. That's all they want them to do is sit their ass home and bake them cookies. The kids could be grown and out the house. They still don't want them having no career, nothing like that, So you have to look at what somebody individually wants. And then you got women who they want to go, 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 go. Maybe they seen their mom being Sally homemaker and they want to do something different. And so they don't want nobody that's going to just tell them, flush all your ideas down the toilet and bake them cookies. So you have to see what you want personally because everybody's going to be changed. Everybody's going to be different from how they grew up.
Guys going to want the go, 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 go person. We're trying to build a family here.
Yeah, some guys do want the go, go, go because you know what they want to do? They want to sit and play PS5.
Well, you talking about some immature guys. We talking about some real guys.
I'm talking about you have retired guys who are retired and they want to just be lazy.
Guy. We talking about the traditional.
They want to be lazy.
Starting off marriage, starting off 20s, 30s, or 40s. Let's just go with that. Let's not go with the anomalies. Let's go with the traditional marriages or whatever.
It's not an anomaly.
It is not. That's not most marriages where a guy is retired. Come on now.
Not retired, but could retire, about to retire.
Throwing out these hypotheticals. I'm just talking about average. Okay,
so
marriage.
you need to put an age range in there then. So if you're talking about 20s, 30s.
I'm talking about average marriages. It ain't even got to be an age range. Average marriages. Somebody's trying to raise a family, so we know it's got to be kind of young. It can't be too old.
Well, that's why I said put an age range because you're talking about raise a family. Yeah, you're talking about 20s, 30s.
I said age range. I mean,
if you're 45, after 50. If you're 45 and older, 9 times out of 10, your kids is already
about to be
out the house. About to be out the house. So
that should give you an idea if I say raise a family.
Well, I can't really too much speak on that because I'm about to be 40. I know if I was talking to somebody who was 20 and they asked me for advice, I would say, did you look, at the person's past? What are you dealing with? If I could talk to my 20-year-old self, I would say, run. I mean, I'm just gonna keep it real. You got a lot going for yourself. You don't have to put yourself in situations. Okay. And I think you need to discover yourself and realize what you want to do. You shouldn't ever jump into something just because you think this is what you're supposed to do in life.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody's different.
I understand some of the outside stuff, but there are some things you want a woman specifically to do and a guy specifically to do. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, you have kids. When you had your child, if the child was first born, were you the nurturer for your son, the main nurturer, the one if the child fell down, you like, oh, everything's gonna be okay. You feed them, clothe them, stuff like that. Were you the nurturer? Do you think
both
between you? No,
I mean,
okay.
when I was married, honestly, both when we were married.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just raising kids. That's what I meant. Just a child. Not for him or anything, but okay. Do you think, and I'm not just talking about some guys or a small percentage, do you think most guys would do your role better than you?
Better no.
Most guys.
Better
Okay.
no.
Okay. That's a role. And it's okay to admit that. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying no guys.
I wouldn't call it a role, because what if something does happen to me?
It's
What if something does happen to me?
Again, you're speaking you speaking anomalies here. I'm talking about natural, traditionally wise. What would a role for a woman be for a guy is in a relationship or marriage? Majority, not outside of something outside of that.
I think you're trying to merge two things that you can't really merge.
I'm talking about what usually happens because people don't die every day.
Hold up. Check my point real quick. You're trying to merge two things. You're trying to merge role with nature. I can admit that a nature of a woman is a certain way. That doesn't necessarily say that has to be a certain role.
Well,
so it's my natural.
Guys can be nurturers too, but they're not as good as women, though.
It's my natural instinct because of my biological makeup to be a certain way.
Okay, then. Well, you were talking about guys up there getting in fights. It's not the natural role for a woman to go out there and try to protect a man. That's the natural role.
Well, hopefully you're not getting in that many fights. But I'm just saying, in the situation,
you're not having that many kids either. But each kid, you have to live by that example.
In the case of that situation, I feel like that's a anomaly. So hopefully he's not getting in fights every other week. But when it comes to nature and nurture, of course, a woman is going to be more nurturing because she's the mother. So that doesn't mean that if something goes down at her, her significance job, or something happens and they all getting laid off, what if she has to step into the role to provide more?
Right.
Is she supposed to go ahead and just put on his boots and just take over the whole household, or should it be already mutually known that we give and take? It's an ebb and flow.
Okay, but
if for 6 months you're looking for work and I'm up here working double shifts, we doing what it takes to keep the household afloat. So I don't feel like you should ever say a role and
that's a role.
That's a characteristic of a gender is one. It's not one.
But every woman doesn't act that way. And there's some men that are more nurturing than women, but that's not the majority of the case. And that's also a role. I mean, because you were talking about having stepkids, possibly if the guy has, 2 baby mamas or whatever like that. Some stepmoms ain't trying to care for the other kids. And sometimes you have to ask. I'm like, hey, since I'm trying to get this PhD and get these other credits, I need you to help me out with this.
And
I need you to play the nurturing role because I don't have the mother here. I need you to be the nurturer here because I'm not equipped to do it like you are, because it is naturally in you, more than likely, but that doesn't mean she's gonna do it. But that's also something you talk about, things we could talk about. That's something that you may have to talk about.
That's all stuff you have to talk about. You have to discuss that thoroughly because you learn a lot about a person.
It's nature, then.
You
that's
have
a role
to talk about
that you should play.
It's communication. It really is all about communication because nobody can get into no role until you get a good job description. Just like if you apply for a job, you need to know exactly what you're getting yourself into before they hire you. They want to know from you and you want to know from them. Yeah. So it's a contract. And if you get into a relationship with somebody and you don't have that communication, you signing up for anything. You just jumping into it without even knowing because you don't know what this person, because you never asked. You never asked what they feel about this. You never asked what if this happens. You never asked if, like I have friends where, I have some really good male friends where they were single dads, and then it came to the point where they literally had to take the kids on full time. The girlfriend left.
Right, it happens.
The girlfriend left because she didn't sign up for that. But guess what? They never had that conversation. So you can't get mad because she didn't sign up to be no mom. She ain't never had no kids. She like, hey, I didn't get pregnant and push your baby out. I'm not signing up for this. And so it was okay when they were just coming on the weekends. But when they pulled up with them bags and suitcases, it was like, oh no, I can't do it. And so that's what I'm saying. And when you get serious with somebody, you have to have serious conversations. That's how you define roles. Because now you're talking about somebody literally changing their life. You have to talk about that in detail. And it can't be no little skimming over like, no, you need to talk about it in detail. You need to talk about it in detail. Because I can tell you one thing, I'm not the perfect person, but I don't let a lot of people around my son. I don't. And I mean, I go through processes, not one, not two. I go through processes because one thing I can say, should I ever get married again? Would I don't know. But I know when I even have a long-term relationship, I make sure that it's going to be not just a good fit for me, a good fit for my son. I make sure he has a good example. I make sure he's displaying the things that I would want for my son. And no, it might not always be perfect, but I know it's going to be, look, 8 out of 10. Okay, 7, 8 out of 10. I'm not going to just sit up here and just be with somebody just to be with somebody. I'll never do that. Now, if I date on my own, that's one thing. But you're not going to be around my child. Hell no, because that's my child. So when he's around somebody, he's around the same person for years. He's around the same person for years, and I have many conversations before you even meet him.
Right. Okay, but having these conversations, between men and women, who would you say would be better fit to be a nurturer for your kids?
In my case, me.
You.
Okay. In my case, but in somebody else's case, it might be the man.
Okay, but we're talking about majority here. Majority wise, who would you think would be the better nurturer for kids? The man or the woman?
Typically the woman.
Typically the woman. And and that's what I'm saying. And that is a role you have to sometimes ask, because sometimes, especially if it's not the kid they pushed out, especially that. But I'm not even saying what you should have to tell her. I'm just saying what role should the guy want his woman to do in a relationship. It's not that the guys can't do it, but I would prefer, because it just, like I said, women speak to different things to children that guys are not good at. Most guys, because sometimes if a kid that gets in trouble with something just needs a talking to, a soft voice, an encouraging voice, where my voice just make them feel scared or whatever. I can't teach them something the same way that she can.
Well, I mean, I get it.
And they may need an emotional shoulder to cry on that I don't have. Not that some guys can't, but I'm just saying it's more towards your side than me.
Okay, fine.
I can be the disciplinarian, because I think discipline works a different way with guys, with fathers than mothers. Not to say that y'all can't, and sometimes y'all way of punishment may be even better than ours, but this is certain cases I think is just different between two parents when it comes to that, and I think the mother is better suited to that for that.
All right, well, hey, let's call it a roll then. Fine, you win. All right.
Well, let me ask you this: Do you think it's innate with guys to want to protect women, or do things like because I want to take the trash out, I want to change the tire, I want to fix stuff around the house. That's innately, I believe, within me. Do you think that's innately, or do you think that's an ego thing?
I think that if they were raised like that, yes. Okay. You got some guys who never touched a tire, and the first thing they're gonna do is call the mechanic. And you got to accept that that's his way of taking care of things.
Right.
If he don't know how to change a tire, that doesn't make him no less of a man. He just don't change tires.
Yeah. All right. I can see it. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that's not to say that you're wrong with what you're saying. I'm just saying from where I'm from, and my dad is a very hands-on guy. He's Mr. Fix It All, and
right.
I follow in his footsteps pretty much. And I like fixing stuff. I like creating stuff. That's just because that's how I grew up in the family. So, and if I see a guy that can't, I don't know, fix a door or change a tire or whatever like that, I look at that, I'm like, are you a real man? And, I'm playing a little bit, but in the same way, I'm kind of giving a side eye.
You can only experience life through your perception.
Right.
So
right.
in your experience, so if you're raised a certain way, that's how you're going to see it.
Right,
now, yeah, I grew up with hands-on men in my family too, but I'm also well-rounded. And I also got to realize that, this couple works just fine like this. This couple works just fine like that. They're working.
You're well-rounded, huh?
A good couple is a working couple.
Right.
So as long as it works for them.
That's what I'm saying. That's basically what that's why I've been saying with the show is, yeah, and what you saying is, we got to have those conversations to find out what our strengths and weaknesses are, and I'm pretty much I'm saying the same thing as you. I'm just saying
not even strengths and weaknesses, just differences.
Well,
I don't see it as a strength or weakness. I see it as a difference.
No, but we have strengths and weaknesses. Some things we're good at, and some things we're not.
I'm not going to claim something as a weakness if it was never my ambition.
Right, that's still a weakness, regardless if you claim it.
I mean, in your eyes, it might be, but it's not a weakness to me. If I don't like to change a tire, it's not a weakness because I can very strongly call a mechanic.
It's still a weakness though, because you don't.
It's not.
It is because if no one, okay, let's go back with 911, or if the people don't show up in time, and then
the end result is the job gets done.
No, or if they don't come though.
You talking about the police?
Yeah.
That's
what if something happens.
You went from changing the tire to the police. Now, I'm trying to say.
I say the police are the same thing as somebody trying to change a tire. What if they don't come, or what if they're late?
It's not the same thing because the thing is,
it is. If you need help and they're not there.
Let me tell you something. If I commit a crime right now and I leave one little on there, they can find me. You know why?
You do what now? I didn't hear the other part.
If I commit a crime or do anything like that, you know what? If I leave one little smear on there, you know how easily they're going to find me? Because I have one fingerprint. That means my DNA is only for me. It's for Alexa Page. That means I am one person. I don't compare myself to nobody. And no, I'm not going to claim anything as a weakness if it was never my position or desire to do it.
You don't have to claim it. It's like
it's not a weakness.
And if you want to good at accounting, that's a weakness.
Well, if somebody wants to look at me and say it's a weakness, then they have the right to do that. But I'm just saying, I'm never going to accept that as I'm not going to say I have a weakness.
The world will accept it for you.
I mean, they can, but the world is not living in the skin. And if I commit a crime, the world ain't going to pay for it.
You are living on this earth, though. I mean, regardless of
the person with this fingerprint is going to pay for my crimes. So I don't compare myself to nobody. And no, I don't have a weakness. If I don't want to do something, or if I do want to do something, it's because I decide to do it. That's it. I create my own reality. I don't compare myself to nobody. I don't care if I'm the only person on this earth who agrees with it. It don't matter. I'm the only person that's going to face God at the end of my life. That's it.
Okay. If you can't change a tire and you need help immediately, though, something happens where you need to go.
Then I'll get it changed.
But I'm saying immediately, not eventually, immediately. That's a weakness, regardless of how you want to look at it. Yeah, there are additional sources to change it for you, just like there is for me.
It's your weakness, not mine, though.
It's not mine. I'm not the one who needs the tire change. I can change the tire.
If you can't change it, it's a weakness for you.
But can you? I'm talking about if you can't change the tire.
It's not a weakness for me, though.
If you need it changed immediately, that's a weakness.
It's not. It's a task. And I get tasks done one way or another.
If you can't change it immediately, that's not a weakness?
It's not.
No, I'm asking you. You can't change.
There's a lot of things that I can't buy a mansion immediately.
You can't.
I'm not a
weakness right now. Eventually, maybe you can.
No, then same thing with a tire. So I'm saying
I agree. I'm not disagreeing with that.
I don't subscribe to claiming weaknesses, especially when you never aspired to do it.
You never aspired to be a millionaire or having a mansion, as you just said?
I'm talking about your tires.
Okay, but you compared it to having a mansion, so
I'm putting it in the same boat as if it's something I want to do, then I want to do it. If it's something I don't want to do, I don't want to do it. It's not a strength or a weakness.
You can't do it at the moment, it's a weakness. Regardless,
I don't want to do it at the moment.
You can say, okay, do you want to have a mansion or do you want to get paid next year?
I don't want to have a mansion right now, because if I wanted to and I was ready for it, I would already have it. I want what God has for me when I'm ready for it.
Okay.
Now, as far as changing tires, I never aspire to do that.
Because
so
I
will never look at it as a weakness.
Okay. I mean, because you don't have to, right?
And if I did have to, I still wouldn't look at it as a weakness.
You don't have to look at it. I'm saying what it is. I mean, if you need a tire change right there, that's a weakness.
I don't know.
It may not be a big deal to you.
With words. I'm careful with words, so I just don't.
I know you don't want to claim it, and you're trying to speak on another way, but it's still a weakness, or it's something you're not strong on.
Your perception. It's all about your perception.
It's not perception; it's reality. If you
I feel like you have a weakness for doing makeup.
Yeah, that is a weakness. If someone asks me, "Hey, dog, can you do makeup right now? I got this show. I got to go." Man, I was gonna pay you a lot of money, but since you can't do it, that's a weakness.
That's not a weakness.
I can't do makeup, so that's a weakness.
Not a weakness.
It's not saying I'm a bad person or I'm a whole person.
That's not a weakness. That's you being red and being an individual, and it's me being Alexa and being an individual. And I'm not supposed to do everything. I'm not supposed to like.
You're not supposed to be strong in everything either.
And exactly.
There's a yin, exactly. There's a yin and a yang to everything.
I'm strong on the things that are important to me. I walk away from a lot of things.
Well, you can't be strong enough without having a weakness or something, because the word strong wouldn't exist without a weakness. It's like there can't be any bad without good.
I have weaknesses for my desires, though, not everybody else's desires.
Okay, well, okay, at least you admit that then. There's a such thing as
desires.
Okay, but there's still a weakness in the world, is what you're saying.
Well, yeah, but I'm not going to claim every single weakness because I can't do it.
Okay, well, I mean, regardless, whatever. Okay, we'll go with that then.
I wish I could do a back handspring right now. I wish I could do a back handspring. That's a weakness.
You aspire to do that?
I did it before. I want to do it again.
Do you aspire to do that?
Again, yes.
Okay.
I want to get back into the physical shape where I can do a back handspring. So I look at it as a weakness right now.
All right. What you doing to try to get back to that?
Everything I can. Working out, eating right, getting my mind right, mind, body, and soul.
Okay. Well, I hope you get that on video. Get that on video when that time happens.
Whatever.
I want to see it.
And I would say my weakness has been overcome.
Your back handspring?
Yep.
Okay. Whatever that means. All right. Okay. Been overcome, but okay. So is there any other role would you say that is innate for a woman to have besides what we talked about earlier?
I personally think masculine, feminine, they are just so misused and misunderstood these days. Everybody has a percentage of masculine and feminine energy, and you need to balance them accordingly to your household. Because I mean, if you were just a straight 100% masculine guy with no femininity, your kids would hate you. They're gonna be the kind that grow up and say, "My daddy never said he loved me. He punched me in the chest. He did this." Those are the kind of kids you raise. So no, you need to have a balance, and a woman needs to have a balance. Now, yeah, hers might be more on this side, his might be more on this side, but you need to know that you have both. We both have feminine and masculine energy, whether you want to admit it or not. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like we both have feminine, and if you don't agree, go to the doctor. They'll tell you this is your testosterone level, this is your estrogen level. You still got estrogen.
Right, you're right.
So
but our testosterone is way higher, and your estrogen is way higher. So you aspire
just recognize
to
you got
one
both.
side more than the other, right?
You have both, and sometimes you need to use both.
Harder for one to use both than the other. Not to say it can't be used. like I was saying, it's not that a man can't be a nurturer, but it's not as easy. And I feel like the other person, female, her role is easier for her. That is delegated easier for her than it is for the guy. And other roles are maybe easier for a guy than it is for a woman.
Okay, I can take that.
Yeah,
because
so
it's
we're not.
natural. Which, like I said, we have certain levels of it. Like you can check, your blood level and this level now, So yeah, I can say that. And you might, think I'm up here playing devil's advocate all night, but the truth is, I'm very feminine. I am very in touch with my feminine side. I really am. So I don't ever argue with people who, want to be a feminist or not. But the truth is, I feel like choosing one is worse than subscribing to one, because I know I have both energies and I need access to both. Yeah, I can make a 10 meal spread, make the house nice and warm and comfortable, be a guest, host and all that. But like I said, if my dude's getting jumped, I'm jumping in. So I'm not going to sit up here and say this and, I can't never do this because I do that. Or I can't never do that because I do this. I'm never going to do that. I'm a complex creature. I'm a divine, everlasting being. I have layers, and you can peel me, for eternity, and you're gonna always find something new. I'm eternal, so I just keep it like that.
Yeah, yes, remember that flesh ain't eternal if you get shot. Now, when you try to jump in that fight with me,
Whatever. My flesh don't have to be eternal. My spirit is.
right. So
I'll be back in 20 years.
oh Lord.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Lord.
I'm back in 20 years for revenge, reincarnation. But anyways, yeah.
I want to delve deeper into that, but we can't because that would create a whole nother show.
That needs to be a different show.
One show we talked about, I think it might have been the last show where you talked about planning your funeral, and it was almost like you were plotting your revenge at this funeral that you were going to have. I remember I think it was the last show or the show before that.
I was joking, but it's some elements of truth to that. It is some elements of truth to it.
I'm trying to remember what subject matter even brought that on, but it was crazy. It was at the very beginning of the show, I believe, and it was like, is she for real? I don't have no doubt that she believes everything she's saying. She got this thing mapped out. I think you got that's probably what's on your board in the background, what you probably plan what you gonna do.
No, this is just for this life right here.
Okay.
Yes. This life right
All
here.
All right. That's cool. All right. So we're gonna end the show on that one. And appreciate you having this open dialogue and discussion with you, because
always. I love to be on the show. So thanks
for
everybody that asked questions. I appreciate the feedback.
What about what's the name?
Who?
I don't know. I can't say anything. Hold on.
No, never mind. End the show.
Oh.
End it. Cut.
All right, we won't break them up, but yeah, appreciate the dialogue. Shoot, this is how we get to learn more about each other by hearing other people's point of view. So, I know, if I am in some sort of ruckus and I got 6 people, 10 people jumping me, I know who's got my back. I know who's got my back.
Whatever. Nope, I'm gonna do what you said.
One time you listen to me, y'all, like, hey, Alexa, where you at? Where you going? I'm going to call the cops. I'm going home.
Call the cops like you said. No.
Don't listen to me for once.
I'll be like, I see you at sound check.
Shoot, it's going to be sound check at the funeral.
Mic check, mic 2.
Right.
I'll be singing the upper room.
Here you go. That's what we were singing. We were singing at the last show, I think, the upper room. Okay. All right. Thanks everybody for joining Hostile Therapy tonight and getting some hostile therapy, not because you want it, but because you need it. And this will probably be the last show until the new year. Yeah, more likely this is the last show until the new year, until we get back in January. Appreciate everybody for listening this year. You got anything you got to announce? You got any?
Happy New Year's and Merry Christmas.
All right, Happy New Year's and Merry Christmas, and hope y'all get good presents and get a good protective wife like Alexa. Or security guard or a bouncer one. I hope y'all get that in your stockings tonight. Or
Security.
Whatever. 24th.
This is security.
Y'all have a good night.
All right, y'all.
Peace out.